what's going on out there? Hey, Love Them Knives channel, LTK here. Reate Torrents. Oh my God. It just keeps getting better and better and better, don't you think? I mean, these, certain people like, oh, what do you think about that new Wii rectifier? Maybe knife of the year or something like that. Oh, by the way, yeah, I got one here. Knife of the year, I go, well, maybe not. Maybe not. A little early in the year, and besides, I'm already in the middle of a lust affair. These are the new Reate Torrents, and I got a blue one because Frank up in New York asked me if I'd pick one up for him. And, I said, I can do that, but I might have to hold on to it for a couple of days and check it out. And wow, whew, baby. I'll tell you what, I threw these up on my Instagram, and I'll leave the link. I always leave the link to my Instagram in the description section in case you guys want to check out Instagram and my Instagram as well. Wow, Reate Knife Company. Let's just start from the top. Reate Knives Company, Chinese knife makers, and this is made in China. Oh, love that backspacer. It's just rocking it. And, I don't know. It depends on how familiar you are with Reate. They've been around for years now, making different knives, the Horizon A, B, C, D, those kinds of things. And wow, OEMing some things for Beg Knives. Their production facility out in California has had them do some of the Bodega and different knives, Steelcraft series knives and this and that. But, they get that Baby Machine, Starboy, all the K1, K2, K3, K4 knives. Those kind of, I've done a K1, all that. But in any case, the Torrent, there's just something about it. I really, really like this knife. I think it's probably my favorite Reate knife. And it's my favorite Reate knife so far. Even the Future, which was designed by Tashi Baruka and stuff. I just come back to this knife and bring back the past, baby. Bring back the past. This is what was sitting in my drawer from way, way back, like maybe a whole year ago, from 2017 when they were closing these out. M390, yeah. Such a nice knife. Such a nice knife. A little roughy-tufty on this blade grind. I mean, it's not the most smooth and polished look. Kind of strange for such a nice, sophisticated-looking knife. Dig those little divots on there with the blue in them. In any case, so here you go with these new ones for 2018. How incredible. Look at what they've done. Look at what they've done. Now, you don't have to get them with the inlay and stuff. They do have a model that you can get that's like $25 less. These $375, $350. Go to White Mountain Knives. 10% LTK discount. Use the code LTK. Get 10% off. With $375, hey, that's starting to make a difference, isn't it? That's $37.50. That's a lot of money. In any case, so I'll give you the link to White Mountain Knives and Reate stuff. And the discount code LTK. In any case, what a beautiful knife. I mean, of course, titanium, stone-washed titanium, anodized blue or bronze. Check the bronze out. Talk about crazy, huh? And look at the gold hardware. Gold little titanium. That must be titanium screw or something. And from what I understand, that's titanium polished collar. a little bit of gold anodized titanium in the center of the carbon fiber inlay. And yeah, I mean, really nicely done. 3D machined, titanium scales. They're not weight relieved. There's nothing milled out in there. Isn't that crazy? Well, of course, they had to do the inlay. So I guess when they do that, that's enough. They still feel pretty solid. We'll do a weigh off between the new version and the previous version. In any case, front choil, so nice, so easy to ride up on, and you gotta love the harpoon blade. Gotta love the harpoon blade. But Tony out in California was talking about, well, is the grind gonna be smoother and nicer? What do you think, Tony? This is the previous one in M390. This is the newer one. You tell me. Not a huge difference, but maybe somewhat. Maybe somewhat. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit finer grind there than that. Okay, so yeah, maybe a bit of an improvement. But, to do the hardware in that gold with either the bronze or the blue really, really pops. And, the good thing is that Reate, when they did the K3, they did the carbon fiber insert on one side and or Moku tied, depending on which model you got or were getting or were looking at least. But on the back side, they had little cutout, but they didn't inlay anything. So you had the carbon fiber inlay on one side, nothing on the other. Hello, finally, they got the memo. Make it, round it out. Complete the knife. As far as I'm concerned, yes. I mean, this is just, and I kind of understand when you do a slab of G10 and then, or a slab of carbon fiber and like that. That's a little different than if you're going to go ahead and do an inlay. Maybe you should balance the knife that way. And I think you should. And man, I think it makes all the difference. Look at this gold hardware. Pops and this ceramic detent or ceramic ball. Well, I don't know. We got ceramics in here on the pivot. I didn't check that out. I didn't take it apart. I guess I will sometime down the road a little bit. I'm not going to pull Frank's knife apart, but I guess I could have done this. I'll wait and I'll check it out a little later. But, God, they're solid. These knives are so solid, aren't they? Man, they're like a tank. They're just like a tank. And, they're kind of heavy like a tank, and they're kind of thick like a tank. But harpoon, and you got, piercing, you got slicing, really tall grind. So, as far as the sensibility of the blade, oh, yeah. RWL 34, comes really sharp. It's not M390 anymore, and okay. So I heard somebody say this is fairly similar to, like, if you want to equate it to a CPM 154 type steel, and you can do research. I'll see if I can throw in a link that discusses RWL 34, but Brian Ty up there in Canada, custom knife maker, using it, and it's getting used on a lot of knives. And so, yeah, does that like, change my whole world because of that? No, I'm sorry. I don't have to have M390. And this is it is a powdered metallurgy. So good distribution of all the ingredients throughout the steel. Nice, clean, clean steel. So it should be really great. The thing is, I don't know. Maybe there are a couple other steels out there that should be acceptable other than like 204P or M390 or that kind of thing. So yeah, RWL 34. I'm going to study up on it a little bit more, but I've looked at it before because there's been knives before that came out in that, and I don't remember really being terribly concerned. But you know, you're talking about the fact that they've held the same price. These were, I mean, the previous model was $375, but they didn't do the carbon fiber and the titanium inserts in here like that last year, and the anodizing. Okay, so now this year, this knife with RWL 34 is $350, so it's less money. All right, makes it more affordable. Just a beautiful knife. I don't know, and the action is just really good. This bronze one, a little bit stiffer in the drop, and that can be adjusted, but it's kind of interesting to me how it varies. Like, try the blue one. See, I mean, that one is just very different in the drop. Really cool. Now, let's get fancy out here, our PM2. This is supposed to be a 3.6 inch blade. This is a 3.5, so basically, they should be almost the same size. Okay. Let's flip them around for aspect ratio purposes. Well, I mean, the Torrent looks a little bit bigger, and then she does too. So let's put the tape on it because she's 8 1/4. Let's see what the Torrent is overall length. Should be 3.6 inches for blade length, and yeah, 3 5/8, or longer depending on where you want to measure it. But let's just call it 3 5/8, which is about 93 millimeters, somewhere in there. And then 8 3/4 overall. So yeah, just maybe a 32nd over that. So a little bit longer. 21.5 centimeters long. So a little bit longer than the paramilitary too. Wow. What do you think about the blade stock? What do you think that might be? Well, let's get my mic out here if we can find it. Zero it out. Ooh, well, that should be thick then. That's 0.162. And I don't know why I did that. Let's go to, I was going to transfer it over to millimeters. Okay, 4 millimeter blade stock. So that's the same as in previous years. And let's put my calipers, come here, buddy, on it and see how fat we are. 14 millimeters. Are we in the middle of our insert here? Somewhere in there. 0.53. You know, it's thicker. I mean, the Para 2, which I just threw to the side and buried on my table. You can see it's thinner. This is a 0.6 or 0.46 of an inch thickness. 0.53 thicker. This blade stock is 4 millimeters. This is like 3.5. So it's a 0.5 millimeter thicker. If you can pick that up in comparing them. And of course, this has got the blade stops out here that look like thumb studs. And actually, you can deploy the blade with your middle finger or your thumb if you want, or I just use the flipper tab. But if you want to just have a little fun with it, you can middle finger flick it like that. And you know, the problem with that resting right down on here, it doesn't give you, I mean, a lot of way to get your thumb under here to get some, so it's kind of, you're gonna have to kind of just push it forward that way and like that. It takes a little getting used to. I really prefer, if you're gonna do it, and a total fail, huh? Like that. So, interesting. Although the flipper tab is very intuitive and works very well, does it not? And it's jimped not only in the front, but up around on the top. So wherever you're going to get a hold of that Can you push button? Wow. Nah, it's really not push button friendly. This is a light switch, definitely. But man, really nice action. Lock up. Here you go. What's that? About 30%, somewhere in there. Let's try the bronze. About the same. About the same. That's kind of nice to have them side by side. You can see the hardened steel insert in the lock bar. It's got an over travel stop as well. Whew. Good looking knives. Really great action. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you got to have. I'll tell you what, it's really hard for me to appreciate this $375, right, for a price. It's really hard for me to appreciate like a $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 knife sometimes. I'll tell you what, and I know I'm a little bit maybe, six-pack Joe, blue-collar kind of guy, but, and I've done both, white-collar jobs, blue-collar. I mean, I do have a college degree, but, it's just, I guess, it's hard for me to appreciate the super, super high-end stuff that much to say, oh, that's worth an extra $1,300. It really is, because this is just as good as I need. Just as good as I need. So, I mean, I'm a kind of guy, I guess $375 is about all I ever need to spend for like my most expensive knife. Now, I know I paid $500 for my ZT 606CF, so, and that's staying in the drawer, right? That RJ Martin, just pretty, but okay, so that's kind of the max out. But man, let's do a way off before I get lost in the land of lust, because these are just great, guys. I really like them. Let's weigh, and let's just go ounces for now. Let's weigh this one out, the old school 5.9. Let's see if they weigh more or less this year. Let's hope these both weigh about the same. Ooh, 6.1. Put some more lead in the tank, huh? So, okay, let's see. But I mean, they're really close. Oh, what the hell's wrong with my scale? Swear to God, 6.2, really? So, okay, that's kind of interesting. 177 grams. So, plus or minus, and we'll go grams on this one. 168. I mean, that's 9 grams. That's not that much. They're pretty much. I thought, another thing I wanted to tell you about. Okay, check these knives out. Okay, knives, wonderful, but look at these pouches you get. What the hell is that? I think they got together with mypillow.com. I mean, I call them a pillow. It's a freaking pillow. Here's what you got last time. Okay, this was a nice, nylon, roughy-tufty kind of pouch, and it's really good. I really kind of prefer this pouch, actually. Whatever. I mean, and, well, let's pull this from a Max Ace knife. You know what I'm saying? And this is a lot finer grain. But, yeah, this is nice. This is like, wow. Yeah. Oh, well, it'll pick up the lint too. And inside, here you go. They give you a sticker, I guess this is Velcro-ish, yeah, on the back here, or a patch. And then you get, your microfiber bag, your microfiber cloth. And of course, these knives come, oh Lord, sealed in here. So both ends of where they put the knife in get sealed. So you have to cut the thing open. Anybody got a knife? Gotta hope so around here. Jeez. In any case, yeah. So Okay, so you get the patch, you get the microfiber bag, the microfiber cloth, the pillow. I mean, look at that thing. And yeah, that's a little, you know, you could hang off of, I guess, off of something if you were going to do that. I don't get that, but that you would need to. But interesting. God, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. You know, this is not engaging here. This jimping here, it's not doing it. Now you can go forward, and that's good, right? God, really? I've got flipper thumb. A bad case of flipper thumb. Okay, so, yeah, titanium backspacer with the divots that are gold anodized. I mean, it takes some effort to do this. Takes some effort to do it. Wow. Polished, pivot collar there. The grind's a little finer than the older models, so that's nice. Can you think about this knife without the thumb stud blade stop thing and think about if that was a different type of blade stop, like, I'm trying to find one, like on this Wii knife here. So you got that blade stop right there up against that flipper, right? So you don't need thumb studs. So if you did not have the thumb stud, I think it'd be a sleeker look. I mean, if I had my option with or without thumb studs, I'd definitely choose without. But does the thumb stud thing, is that so unattractive or cumbersome to me? Nah. And, it does give you the option of being able to finger flick it open or thumb flick it open. So now there's been some people that have talked about whether this thing coming up here against this titanium frame will over time, work its way in by wearing against that. And then on the other end, that would make your lock bar work its way across. And I don't know. If any of you guys have ever had that experience, because I don't think a knife like this, at least in my world, is going to have years and years and years of that kind of deployment. And I just don't see that. I don't see that happening. I really don't. So you can see, though, where it does hit. Okay? But, wow, how many hundreds of thousands of flips? I don't. I mean, working on the ano is one thing, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. In any case, what do you think? Lanyard hole out here, pocket clip, right hand, tip up, as you can see. I mean, kind of pointing out the obvious, right? I love that pocket clip. That's so nice, so nice. And I have. I put this one in my pocket, and I don't remember it being an issue going in or out. Believe me, I'd know. I'd remember if it was. But I have carried this one, the previous one that I've owned, and I don't remember any issues with it, actually. So it goes in and out. And I just wear jeans, so I don't have a huge, built up edge on the edge of my pocket. So no, it slides right in and out. So I like it. Man, I love the knife. It's just so good. It's my favorite Reate. It really is. I don't know if I could find one better than that as far as what Reate makes. The Future, no. Horizon, no. Hills, no. District, no. Star, baby machine. I'm gonna take a look at that one, but just looking at the design, no. I mean, this thing just absolutely just stunning knife. Reate Super. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of another knife that I think is more beautiful. I mean, this is going to be one that's going to be in my collection. Not this one is going Frank, but I might have to get me a blue. Well, I think I might have to have a bronze and a blue. And, you know, things roll. They come and go for me. Okay, so I don't usually keep knives, but I'll tell you what. This is my Charlton Heston knife. See, I'm gonna do the CH knives, but it's not CH knife brand knives. It's Charlton Heston, and he stands on the stage at the NRA holding that rifle above his head, and he says, "Out of my cold dead hands," and the crowd erupts. But I mean, do you have a CH, a Charlton Heston knife? I mean, what I mean is out of your cold, dead hands. That's the last knife you'll ever let go of. And I'm going to do a CH list of out of my cold, dead hands. And the Torrent is one. The Torrent is one. And of course, my ZT606 RJ Martin limited edition is another one. And probably my Fox knives, Desert Fox blue titanium with that Damasteel blade is another CH cold dead hands type deal. Charlton Heston. So all I got to say is holy Moses. He did play Moses. I think these are CH, baby. There ain't a lot of CH out there, but I think this is CH material right there. All right, Flanagan, what are you doing, buddy? There you go. Flanagan's been playing tricks. We're gonna cue you in on some of his stuff here in a little bit. So watch for our wonderful Irish friend here. In any case, until then, what do you think, Flan? Let him go? We're gonna let him go. We've talked their ear off. You know what we do around here. And look for the links to White Mountain, buy it, coupon code, all that kind of stuff. You know what we do around here. We love them knives, so stay sharp.